everyone, it's Mahalia and I'm back with another review, but this time it's gonna be a music review. So why a music review? Well, if you haven't watched any of my other content that I have on YouTube, which is the 10 and 3 podcast that I have with Gina, shout out to Gina and 10 and 3 podcast. I'll link the channel down below. I almost forgot what to say. Yeah, but I'll link the channel down below. I'm a musician and I actually have some experience playing instruments and reading notes and all other stuff, and so it kind of comes in the territory when I listen to music. I start thinking about production, I start thinking about writing, I start thinking about like the concept and all that stuff. And so I just thought it'd be interesting, to also add music reviews as one of the things that I do. Ooh, sorry for the squeaky chair. Yeah, so I thought to add music reviews as to one of the things that you would probably see on this channel. First review that I have is the album Circles by Dante Bowe. So if you haven't heard of Dante Bowe, you definitely have heard of at least Maverick City and I'd say global success, or I would say the huge emergence of Maverick City and their success and all that. So he's a part of that group. The group consists of himself, Dante Bowe, Chandler Moore, Naomi Rain is I think how you say her last name, Joe L. Barnes, and Aaron Moses. If there's more, I'm sorry, I don't know your names, but those are the names that I've come across when I look up Maverick City, and those are the main players when it comes to their music and their videos and all that stuff. And everything you see for Maverick City, you see those key people. They also have been able to do a couple collaborations with Elevation Worship and Tribal, and they also have a couple of their own projects and albums under their own belt. And so yeah, my overall thoughts is that you can definitely tell that this is not a Maverick City album. You can really see how should I say Bowie? Should I say Dante? I'll say Dante because I at least can say that name right. You can obviously see how it was mostly Dante's work and how it wasn't like that much touch into other people. Like when you look at the credits of every song, you can see that there's other people involved in it as well, but you definitely can feel that there's at least one main key player throughout the whole album, and that's Dante. And I really like the fact that it felt like throughout the whole album it felt like a journal. It felt like a diary. Like every single track, it was like a book, like just a page of words and thoughts and ideas about a certain concept or the certain title of the song, and then from there, that's when you got the lyrics, that's when you got the music, that's how you got the production out of it. So I really liked the whole journal feel of the entire album. When I listened to it twice, key songs that I really liked was Circles, which is actually the title of the album and actually the first track of the album. So I thought that was really interesting because a lot of times, sometimes when you have a title for the song and you actually have a track that's in the album that is the title of the song, I usually notice that a lot of time artists put it in the middle, put it towards the end or whatever. So it was kind of interesting to see it in the beginning, and I'm surprised I actually liked it. When it comes to listening to an album, you just got to get me right there for the first track. And so the fact that the title of the album was called Circles and that was also the first track, that was very interesting, and I really liked the concept of the track Circles, which basically circled, no pun intended, around the idea how like we basically go through circles every single day of our lives, and no matter how many circles we go through, God, he has us, he sustains us. That's what I got from the message of that song. Another song I really like was Keep Going, which actually is more in the middle of the album, Keep Going. And so not to get too personal, but when it comes to certain things in my life and certain things I'm dealing with right now, that song really spoke to me the most, and how just keep going through the valley, keep going, like like no matter what, of course, like God's got you, just keep going and know that there's gonna be somewhere that he's leading you towards. And another yeah, I didn't know I was hungry until now. Another favorite I have was also You, which is actually the last track of the entire album. And so yeah, that song according to what it, you know, you can hear it, it reiterates the fact that Jesus, we need you, God, we need you. And so I really liked it. I really liked how the beginning, like most of the song is basically stripped that much, and so like every once in a while there's a little like certain parts of the production that's added that makes the song a little bit bigger, you know, but still the song is more chill and calm. This whole album is actually really kind of chill and calm. Like there's tracks like Joyful in there that's more like upbeat, and like tracks like yeah, I would say it was mostly Joyful that's the most upbeat song in the entire album. Because if I had a way to describe this album, I would say it's mostly kind of have a lo-fi kind of beat, but according to Wikipedia, I don't know if you should trust Wikipedia, but Wikipedia they title as Christian R&B. So I can see Christian R&B, which actually leads to my another favorite song that I actually end up liking after listening to it through YouTube, because he actually has a couple songs that he sings live that's on the Bethel Music YouTube channel. I would suggest you check that out. It was Over and Over. Initially listening to the song, I'm like, this is really nice, and I like, of course the theme is very simple, like I can't believe how you love me over and over again despite everything I do, despite like, you know, all the challenges, like God, you love me over and over, you love me that much. And so like, yeah, that's really nice. But then I heard the live version, it features Bizzle in there in the studio track. It features someone else, I'm sorry, I don't know his name. I really like the live version. I don't know, like just listen to the live version, it's a mixture of his voice and the instruments. I'm like, ooh, okay, I like this song too. Yeah, so I really like that song too. I would say I kind of like a little bit more, well, at least Spotify would tell you I like a little bit more, because every single time I happen to be like, oh, I want to listen to the album again, I happen to click Over and Over. And yeah, so I guess it's one of my favorites, like definitely a top favorite. If I had a least favorite, I had to pick a least favorite, it would be Love Is in the Air. Only because I felt like the theme that I felt throughout the entire album kind of was a little bit lost. Not completely lost, but it was a little bit lost when it came to that track. All the songs on the albums felt personal, but this one kind of felt personal in a different way, if that makes sense. So yeah, they felt different in a personal way, so it kind of took me out of the album for a little bit. But besides that, it's still a great track. Everything is really awesome about this entire album. So if I would have to give it a score, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Again, like the entire album is about 40 minutes long, so you can easily listen to it on a walk, or listen to it like I usually do, like when I'm around doing something and I'm like, I want to listen to something new. I usually like to pick a nice like album that I can listen to and just like completely finish. It's an easy listen to, and all the songs are nearly not skippable. Like all of them have a good message, all of them have good writing in it. I really like his writing. I really like the way he even story tells sometimes, like especially when it came to, I think it was the song Family Tree. I really liked the way he told that story, and I really liked how it felt like I was with him when he was singing that. When he was singing, when he was talking, I don't know, when he was describing, when he was storytelling. So yeah, which is why another reason why I like Maverick City as well, especially the songs that are written by Dante. I really gravitate towards those songs more because he feels such like a genuine person when he writes. He feels like his soul, like he leaves his whole being, he leaves his whole thoughts into the song, which I really appreciate and I really love. So guys, that's my review of the album Circles by Dante Bowe. I suggest you go check it out and let me know what you thought about the album as well. Did you like it? What about my favorites? Did you like any of the favorites I liked? What other songs that you liked in the album? What other artists you want me to check out? Be sure to let me know down below and I'll get to it as soon as possible. I've been Mahaya and that's it for today. Peace.